Edgar, 26 years old. Gray Maynard, 2 years older. Edgar, a wrestler from a school in New Jersey, now coaching at Rutgers. Gray Maynard, of course, a wrestler from Michigan State. Edgar has a slight reach advantage. This is a very even matchup. For the official introductions, once again, Bruce Bumper.
Ladies and gentlemen, this fight is 3 rounds in the UFC lightweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. This man is a wrestler, holding a professional record of 5 wins with no losses and 1 no contest. He stands 5 feet 8 inches tall, weighing in at 155 pounds. Fighting out of Las Vegas, Nevada, Gray, the Bully Maynard. And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, a freestyle fighter holding a perfect professional record of 8 wins with no losses. He stands 5 feet 6 inches tall, weighing in at 155 1/2 pounds. Fighting out of Toms River, New Jersey, Frankie the Answer Edgar. When the action begins, our referee in charge of the octagon is Adam Martinez.
So Adam Martinez, our referee. Ariani signifies that we are set for a great lightweight battle. Clarion University's Frankie Edgar, Michigan State's Gray Maynard. Clock sponsored by Subway Restaurants. Subway, eat fresh, here we go. Dark trunks for Frankie Edgar. White trunks for Gray Maynard. Neither have lost, Joe, in their mixed martial arts career.
This is such a great matchup, Mike. 2 really promising up-and-coming contenders. And this is a match that Gray Maynard asked for. Frankie Edgar's been just tearing it up, and so has Gray. And, you know, both these guys are real excited about finding out who the best one is at 155.
Our main event has 2 other great lightweights. Joe Lozon, up-and-coming, and well-established veteran Kenny Florian.
Oh, swing and a miss, and immediately Frankie goes under.
Wow,
Gray stuffs the takedown.
Defense.
Very nice. And this is what Gray said he was going to do. He said he was going to stuff the takedown and punish him on his feet.
Clarion University, Pennsylvania. Now assisting the Rutgers wrestling team, Frankie Edgar. Michigan State Spartan Gray Maynard now training in Las Vegas. Both, though, know that wrestling is their base, but both have worked so diligently to be well-rounded mixed martial artists. Example right there.
Yeah, absolutely. Both these guys have very good boxing.
Maynard the Bully, 5-0 with 1 no contest. Edgar the Answer, 8-0 overall in his mixed martial arts career. BJ Penn, Sean Shirk will fight for the title. Then you kind of look at Kenny Florian, Roger Huerta, Frankie Edgar, Gray Maynard. With a win, Lozon could step right into the picture. Very, very tight up top, the lightweight division in the UFC.
Yeah, phenomenal division. And again, not just in the UFC. You got Shinya Aoki, Jay-Z Cavalcante, even so many good guys at that weight class. Good right hand by Spencer, excuse me, by Frankie. It's real interesting, Mike, from that first exchange when Gray missed the punch and Frankie dove right under. They've both been kind of feeling each other out now. You know, they both know Frankie's looking to immediately grab a hold of Gray, and you know, and Frankie also knows that Gray is going to try to stuff that takedown.
And you know, sometimes, Joe, when you get into a situation where you've got great jiu-jitsu guy against great jiu-jitsu guy, or great striker against great striker, great wrestler against great wrestler, it's who wins another facet of the game, who is the one who wins the fight.
And this is what Maynard's plan was, to try to keep this on his feet and win the boxing aspect of it. And he landed a good right hand before that exchange.
Sarah St. Pierre set to fight for the title. UFC 83, April 19th, Bell Center, Montreal, Quebec, Canada. Tickets sold out, available only on pay-per-view.
And this could easily be a fight of who makes the mistake.
Great point.
Good combination by Frankie.
Quick hands by both these men.
Good head kick. Blocked. Little cut over the right eye.
Yeah. Gray Maynard. Maynard dancing around. Edgar pushing forward again. Maynard looks for the takedown.
He's got it.
So the first takedown scored tonight by Gray Maynard.
Frankie looking to hit that switch. He's looking to sit out here if he can get his legs free. Maynard's got a hold of him. Frankie's back up. Wrist control. They're battling it out right here for dominance.
Good knee.
Use the elbow. Gray not letting him go. Holding on like pit bull. He's got his hands clasped together.
Edgar tried to turn and deliver a big elbow.
And he takes him down again.
Good persistence and perseverance by Gray Maynard.
And he's in the guard of Frankie Edgar.
Ironically, Gray Maynard, a training partner of Tyson Griffin. It was Tyson Griffin who Edgar defeated in his UFC debut in a tremendous fight.
Edgar in an unfamiliar position here, on his back, on the bottom. Most of his fights in the UFC, he's been the one that's been on top.
Three-time Division I All-American wrestler from Michigan State, Gray Maynard. Under a minute remains in the first of 3 5-minute rounds.
Remember, get your hips out.
Posture's up.
Scramble. Maynard winds up on top, but you know, it's really interesting, Mike, with this fight being at altitude, that these guys usually fight at such a furious pace. I was wondering whether it was going to affect them, but both of them are keeping up still. Great play, beautiful takedown.
Frankie Edgar with his first takedown.
Beautiful.
Right
Beautiful
after
use of momentum, turned
Absolutely.
his hips over.
Right after Maynard had delivered a pretty good knee, but Gray Maynard right back up
to his feet.
And covered his face on the way.
Maynard's back, but decided not to take it there.
Maynard did a good job of covering up as he stood up, because Edgar tried to punish him there. See if somebody starts to score with some kicks.
Now Gray has got to be aware that that's scoring punches, scoring points, excuse me. So let's see if he tries to win that back.
Both guys thinking, all right, well, there's a kick right there, but mostly thinking, all right, if I go for the kick, I might expose myself to the takedown, and they have respect for each other's wrestling skills.
I think that might have been the first takedown attempt by Frankie Edgar. Good left hand.
First successful one.
You know, this is a real interesting chess match, Mike. You know, between two very closely skilled 155-pounders. You know, true fans, you know, really appreciate these kind of fights. We just really see a guy trying to figure out, like, almost a mirror image of himself.
And that really is what we have here, Joe.
Again, Gray with a beautiful takedown. And he turned the corner, trying to pass. Stay on top of him.
40 seconds remains in the round.
Frankie Edgar looking to lock in a Kimura on Gray Maynard's left arm, but he's in side control. And Gray...
Gray trying to be patient, trying to turn this into a dominant position.
Frankie's got that Kimura.
15 seconds left in the round.
If he could use one of his butterfly hooks and try to toss him over with this, he's going to run out of time.
We will head to the third and final round. State champion against state champion. National qualifier against All-American. Maynard against Edgar. Third and final round.
Oh, good right hand and a counter by Frankie.
Maynard trying to push forward with that hook again.
Good shot. Deep shot by Gray Maynard. Tosses over. Frankie Edgar winds up on top. Tries for a throw.
What a battle, Joe.
Maynard's got his back.
What an absolute
These guys are really turning it on in the last round. They don't want to leave it to the judges.
Use your elbows in there, Frank. Turn them over. Turn those elbows. Stay in there with those elbows.
Combination again by Frankie Edgar.
Good feint there by Gray to try to lure him in.
Joe, as you score the fight, who's ahead right now?
Man, I would not want to be a judge in this fight. You know what? You got to give the first round to Gray because of the 2 takedowns. The second round, who knows, man? Great round. Frankie Edgar had that beautiful throw. They're really close rounds.
Turn it to the fangs. Frank, this is determined right here, baby. This is where we got to work.
And again, Gray takes him down.
340 remains in the fight.
I think that has been, I mean, if you want to look at it from a judging criteria, that's been the difference. Gray Maynard has got more takedowns.
Yep.
And that's when both these guys have been struggling for.
The Ultimate Fighter premiere. Team Rampage, Team Force coming up next on Spike.
Back up again. I mean, oh,
There's the big takedown.
That's big.
Use the fence and wall. Use the fence and wall. Yes. Yes.
Maynard trying to get to a truly dominant position.
You know, it's just such a slight advantage in the wrestling, but it's proving to be a big difference.
See if he takes him down again.
Behind your back.
He's going to look to take him for a ride, yep.
Gray's so strong.
And another one.
Oh, he gets his back this time.
Maynard trying to solidify the win.
Let's go, Frank. Let's go, Frank.
He can't quite secure those hooks.
But this has been a dominant third round for Gray Maynard.
Now he's got one hook. Nice.
Can he get another one in? Let's go.
Lost it. He lost it because he had to take control or retain control.
Edgar truly in search of a momentum shift now.
Yeah, he's got to do something big at this point in time. And there he is.
That would be a good start. Maynard shakes him off, though. Just over 2 minutes remains in the fight. Good control in this third and final round by Gray Maynard. Frankie Edgar absolutely exhausted.
And that's the first time we've ever seen that from him.
No question. And altitude, as we talked about all night long, definitely plays into this.
Gray with a big push. He's got his hands clenched. Edgar goes for it again.
Frankie Edgar realizes he's in big trouble.
He's
here.
solidifying this round, and he's got him out. He's right in front of us.
90 seconds on the clock.
This is big. He lost the mount. Edgar in half guard right now.
2 unbeaten fighters colliding here tonight in Colorado.
Short elbow by Gray Maynard, and he's trying to keep Edgar down. Edgar doing his best to scramble up to his feet, trying to lock in a Kimura on Gray's arm.
1 minute remains.
Gray staying on top of him,
Looking
keeping
to
the pressure
solidify
on.
the win.
Gray staying on top here. Edgar trying to scramble.
What a great show of conditioning.
Side control now
And
for
pace by Gray Maynard, Joe. He has seemed to be the fresher fighter.
Nice knee to the body there by Gray.
Here in the third round.
Yeah, he's really turned it on with the wrestling in this round. Now he's in north-south position.
He can pound himself
The only
victory
problem,
right here.
The only problem here is he's got to be careful that he doesn't use his legs to push off the cage.
15 seconds remains.
Just great job by Gray of retaining control in this round. I mean, Frankie's been scrambling the entire way, but Gray has stayed on top of him. And in my opinion, he solidified the decision.
On a crazy night with a ton of great fights, for the first time this evening, we go to the judges' scorecards. Who will be handed their first MMA defeat, Edgar or Maynard? The decision coming up next, live on Spike.
The last round was all Gray Maynard's takedowns. Just imposed his will on Frankie Edgar over and over again. Using his nickname, the Bully, was able to bully Frankie Edgar. And in my opinion, this is what probably won him the fight.
We will find out as the judges have rendered their decision. Bruce Buffer has it.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds of action, we go to the judges' scorecards for a decision. All 3 judges score this contest 30-27, declaring the winner by unanimous decision, Gray the Bully Maynard.
Gray Maynard remains unbeaten